Am I live? I think so. We're having problems with Evie's Instagram. I bet now she's going to have problems joining me. Hi, ladies. Oh, Evie. Okay, right, you've waved. How do we let you in? Oh, hold on. View request. Yep. Okay. Right, you're coming in. Back in. God, I look tired today. Connecting. Hey. I don't know what happened there. Any button I was pushing, I couldn't request. Normally it just pops up on the feed.
Yes, I know. Weird, isn't it? How
Yeah.
are you?
I'm all right. I was just looking at myself. I feel really tired. Tired today. Look.
I was thinking, I haven't got a red lipstick on, but we're going to talk lots of things. I know we've got a window of time, so shall I just get stuck in?
Get stuck in. It's only because I've got to take my son for his school COVID test today. So this morning. So
anyway. I hopefully my ladies will come along and join. So I said, come over to Donna.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
So let's start from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. London College of Fashion. How was that? That was your starting point to now being a makeup artist.
Yeah. Well, I always knew. Like it's so funny because my eldest son is just choosing his like GCSE options at the moment. He's like, but I don't know what I want to do. But I was a kid that always knew what I wanted to do, so I was really lucky.
Yeah.
I always thought I wanted to do fashion design because I was always drawing. Mum says she can remember me always drawing mannequins and clothes, and I would draw lots of faces and put makeup on them as well. So I knew I wanted to work in the fashion, beauty, fashion, that kind of industry. So my ultimate aim was to go to the London College of Fashion because that was the best place to go. So I was like, right, I'm determined. So I was determined from really kind of about 12. That was my aim, and there was nothing was going to sort of stop that. So I was going there, and that was it.
How did the journey come from going to London College of Fashion to then becoming a makeup artist?
Okay, yeah. So during my time, so I started off doing a fashion design course actually at LCF, and then halfway through I changed and I did makeup because I'll tell you why. I got work experience at ITV for a friend of mine in the costume department, and I absolutely loved it. But the head of costume there kind of saw a talent in me from my artistic skills. Yeah. She said, oh, Donna, you should really do makeup as well. She said, because I can kind of teach you a lot of the fashion and wardrobe stuff. Why don't you change your course and do makeup? Because she wanted me to be her protege of her first person that could do wardrobe and hair and makeup. So when small productions came into ITV that didn't have big budgets,
you could do everything.
I could do everything. So that's what I did. So when I was at LCF, I changed course and I did HND in hair and makeup for television and film, and she was still training me in wardrobe stuff. Justine Westwood, I don't know if you know Justine. And then every school holiday, every Saturday, I was at ITV, and then I was like an assistant on SMTV. That was my first show that I was put on. Mm-hmm. I sort of worked up the ladder there to run that, to be head of that, and then I worked as soon as I left. LCF, I worked full time at ITV, and I've never left. Never left.
It's amazing how the dots connect, because I'm lucky enough to have one of your makeup bags. And when I first had it, I thought, I wonder, why this is going to be the best makeup bag for me. Yeah. And I also really love the journey of how that makeup bag happened.
Thank you.
So should we hear a little bit about that amazingly famous bag?
We've got a mutual friend, haven't we? Ruth Langsford.
We do.
And Ruth's been there from the beginning, actually. So, because I make her up a lot. So I'd always pick her brain about things. And so it went from the makeup mat, actually, first of all, which was a makeup mat that makeup artists can put their kits on.
Yeah.
Because, as well as I do, that makeup artists turn up for work and they normally lay down either big pieces of tissue or a towel. It's not really...
The towel.
A towel, yeah. So when I was off work for a foot operation, I had to do I didn't have to, but I had to sit down for 2 weeks. So I chose to do some embroidery because I thought, well, that would keep me occupied. And I did it years ago. So I sort of picked that up again. And I ended up embroidering this red lip. And I'm always known as, oh, you know, Donna, the one who wears the red lipstick. Yeah, that's how people remember me. So I embroidered this piece of fabric that I had with a red lip in the corner, and I thought, oh, when I go back to work, I'm going to take that to work and put my makeup kit on it. So I did that, and then I just got request after request. Where did you get that? Can you make me one? So I started making them, and then it got so busy that I had to sort of outsource.
Yeah.
And then from there, it went to a makeup gown that you put around your client when you're making them up.
Yeah.
So it was all kind of for the industry, really. And then Ruth and I were talking one day, and she said, oh, you should make a makeup bag. And I was like, oh, there's so many makeup bags out there. What's different about a makeup bag? And it just got me thinking. So on the train home from work, I was thinking, what do I hate about makeup bags? And it's the fact that you have to rummage all the time. You can't find everything you want. So I went home and I made this, you know, I sort of got my sewing machine out and made this prototype of a makeup bag out of some old granny fabric. And I took it into work the next day and I said, what about this? And she was like, makeup's brilliant. And then I spent 3 months trying to find somewhere that would make it for me, you know, get lots of samples made and stuff like that, lots of mistakes, lots of money spent that was like poured down the drain, you know. But finally found a factory that made it very well.
And in the UK?
No, in China. I tried to get, because I wanted it all to be UK based, okay?
Yes.
Now, the biggest problem we had was, one, because I was a small company, they didn't want to take any small orders.
Yeah, the minimum order quantities must have been really huge.
In the 10,000s, you know, and company, you can't risk that. I said, I don't even know if these are going to sell. You know, I only wanted to make 1,000 and they wouldn't entertain it. There was a couple of companies that, you know, kind of, you know, led me on email, and I'd be chasing them on email, and absolute nightmare. And then I found some factories in China, and I can't tell you how efficient they have been, you know, just immediately texting back, immediate sample made, sent over to you, done, you know, wanted to take small orders, couldn't have been more helpful. So that kind of made my decision for me, really. And now, oh, those English companies have missed out on, because now I'm ordering in the tens of thousands.
Exactly.
They weren't prepared to give us a chance. So so that's a real shame, so then it went on to that was the first makeup bag, the black signature one, that obviously, you know, it folds out and it's lace flat, and, you know, you draw string up all your makeup in it. So they're quite big when they're laid down.
I love them. I can see everything, because when I get to work and I open it out and I see everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. And then you can just scoop it up in one pull. So, I mean, mums of teenage daughters love these, because, you know, they work on the floor or on their bed sheets.
Yes. Upstairs. I have that upstairs.
Yeah. So it helps a little bit with some of the housework, you know.
It definitely does.
So so it went from there on to, you know, and then it all just developed. It just, you know, then the brushes came, and the vegan bags came, and the eyebrow kits, and, you know, just all, so just step by step, you know.
And also, I have to say, wherever I go, I wear your face mask. And I get so many comments. I have got a few different face masks, but by far and large, your ones with the lips get the most comments.
Oh, that's amazing. We get so many emails from women saying exactly what you've just said, and it's so lovely, because that just came about by accident. Actually, I was just joking around one day in the kitchen, and I held up my some fabric with my lip mask on, and I did like this and saying, oh, I should make a mask with my lips on, and we were inundated. We're going, that's a brilliant idea. And I thought, yeah, let's just do it. So that's where that came from. I
love that. We're getting a few comments, a few ladies. Katini's actually, my friend's just joined as well, and Joanne saying she loves everything. Where can we buy the face masks from? Can you just remind me the website?
Yeah, so it's donnamayLondon.com, and it's a face mask. So yeah,
that's amazing.
We've got some different ones now, but the lip masks are the best sellers. Yeah,
I love them, and that brings me on to my next question. I've always wanted to wear a red lip, but I feel like I'm not me, Donna, when I wear a red lip. Do you think that everyone can wear a red lip? It's just the base foundation color of the red lip?
Yes, I think everybody can wear a red lip. I think it's finding the correct red for you, and I also think the first step is to wear a matte shade rather than a glossy lipstick.
Okay, a matte shade.
when you've got a shine on a red lip, it's very obvious, and you can feel a little bit, you know, intimidate, you know, a little bit sharp. So, I mean, my favourite all-time lipstick, I've got it on now, is the Bobbi. I'm going to dig it out of my makeup bag while we're sitting here. Is my Bobbi Brown Art Stick. This one.
Yeah.
With a big fat pencil, look. And it doesn't budge. It's matte, so it doesn't budge, which is a bonus. But it's not glary, so you don't feel as conscious as you do if it's a glossy red lip.
Yeah.
I don't often wear a glossy red lip at all, because I feel similar. I feel way too made up. A matte red lipstick, or even using a red lip pencil and colouring the lip in with that.
Yeah,
it's the first start in wearing a red and getting building your confidence. You know,
it's a confidence thing. And then whenever I talk about colour in fashion, I always say start it off with your footwear or your accessories, or bring it in with your nail polish. But there are some days where I think, oh, I really want to go red, but I just haven't found the right shade of red.
I mean, you've got great olive skin. You could wear a blue red or an orange red.
Oh, thank you. I will definitely try.
Try a matte.
A matte one.
Yeah, yeah.
The other things are, I mean, there's so much to talk about with you, and I know we'll have to, I think, do this again, because there's like I think there's a whole other aspect as well, which I'm very drawn to, the universe, about manifestation, putting things up there. And I know that you, like me, you're a list maker. You also like to write a diary. So you have goal plans. Yeah,
big plans. Yeah, always. Yeah, absolutely. And I have to say, 99% of all the things I write down come true. You know, and I think that's I absolutely believe in that. And I read book after book after book of inspirational people, and they all do a similar thing in their own way. And it really does make the difference. If you write it down, it's going to happen.
Yes,
you know, stated it, it's happening. You know, it does frustrate me sometimes when people say, oh, but you know, they don't really get it. And it's like, just write it down. It will happen. If you write it down, you believe it will happen. It will happen. That's it. It's that easy.
Yeah, I mean, my husband's not listening to this, but he knows it's very true. I remember after, unfortunately, going through a divorce and losing my mum, I really wanted to meet someone. And I remember I was in Düsseldorf airport coming back from a work trip. I was in a horribly low place, and I thought, you're going to write down everything you want to have in your next relationship. And I did. I wrote it all down. It was really weird. I put the date on it. I wrote a whole list. I thought they'll literally send it back because I've requested too much.
Yeah.
And then I met him. I really, it was about 3 months later, but I do believe in what you put out there and the power of your words.
Yes, absolutely. God, yeah. I mean, this is really, we could spend hours talking about this, Evie.
Yeah.
I'm an absolute believer in that. And do you know Jess Cunningham?
No.
So Jess was on The Apprentice years ago, and she's very big into manifestation and all of that. And she really, we met actually one day when I was making her up, and we completely connected.
Yeah.
Stayed in touch ever since. She's very big on Instagram, Jess, and Facebook, and she runs lots of sessions and courses in how to manifest things in your life. And we really connected. And yeah, she's the same. Exactly the same. Write it down, believe it, see it.
See it, believe it, receive it.
Yeah. What was that? Say that again.
When I was wanting to meet my husband, I had a little note paper, and underneath my pillow I had written down, see it, believe it, receive it.
That's it. So that's a nice mantra, isn't it? It's a mantra to have.
Yeah. I mean, Katina's just dropped in here. She's also a lovely lady who's also quite spiritual. It was through Louise, my friend Louise, had said, have a little rose quartz crystal. I used to put that in my bra.
I've got my in my coat pocket.
Yeah.
And I hold it all the time in my coat pocket. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so into crystals. I'm also into my tarot. And I mean, I know this is totally so off the chart to what I want to talk about with you.
Love it. Definitely got to do another one on all of that.
Oh my gosh. Talk about that for ages. Right. What else do I want to talk to you about? I also thought was really great. You fast till 1 o'clock. Is that still correct? Yeah. Do you still fast?
Yeah, and I started that a couple of years ago. So yeah, I'm really. I think if I wasn't a makeup artist, I'd be a nutritionist. When I had my second son, well, that or an interior designer, because I love interior design. Just want to do everything. when I had my second son, I really got into nutrition during my maternity leave, and I kept coming off sugar, like letting my larder, you know, whittle down and then not buying anything with sugar in again. I do eat sugar now, but I'm very aware. I read so many books on nutrition. I find it fascinating. I'm reading a brilliant one at the moment. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called How Not to Die.
How Not to Die. Who's that by?
Oh gosh, I'll tell you, and you can put it in the notes. It's right by my bed. And it's fascinating. It goes through every single different disease and what you should and shouldn't eat for that disease, you know.
Really?
We all know what it is, really. A plant-based diet, less sugar, and a bit of exercise.
Sugar is so hard.
Sugar. It's sugar. It's sugar, and it's sugar, meat, and dairy. Really, that's the three biggies that we should all kind of be aware of. But I do. So I fast until 1 o'clock, about 1 o'clock. And it only took me. People say, "God, how do you do that?" I fill myself up on coffee, which is not great.
I was about to say, you can drink then. You drink.
Yeah. I have coffee. But after a couple of weeks of doing it, you don't get hunger pains. And I truly believe you should eat when you're hungry. So when you get hunger pains, that's when you should be eating, you know. And it's really funny because I was talking to my 9-year-old about this the other day, who is a complete snacker. I mean, I have to like put a padlock on the larder because he's there every 2 minutes.
But boys are like that as well.
But he definitely does it out of habit because he just likes eating. We all like eating.
Yeah.
But I actually talk to him, say like, you've got to listen to your body, you know, let's see how long you can go until you get those rumblings in your belly. And it's okay to have those rumblings because people think they're scared of having that rumbling, that hunger feeling. It's like, that's a really good sign when your body feels hungry. That's when it needs the energy, you know. I could go on about it, Evie, for ages. There's loads to say on that.
I find that quite fascinating. Let's talk a little bit, though, about the women that you work with. Was it daunting for you to start working on Famous Faces? Did you think, oh my gosh, what happens if it doesn't come out okay? Or how was that for you?
Yeah, I've never been starstruck, so I'm just not like that. So that's a real bonus.
Yeah.
Although saying that, when I made Bear Grylls up, I got all funny. Oh, lovely, so charming. No, I've never been starstruck, so I don't get all flustered or, you know. But I mean, obviously, when you first start making people up, it's such a big deal, and you're really in their personal space. You know, you're touching somebody. So yeah, I mean, you very quickly get to suss out, you know, within a couple of minutes of somebody sitting in your chair, you suss out whether they're a talker or they don't want to be spoken to, you know, a bit like a hairdresser, I suppose. You pick up their body language very quickly, and you can think, oh, this one fancies a natter, or that one just wants to be left alone reading a script or something, you know. But yeah, touch wood, I've never had any major disasters yet.
How has COVID affected that whole work now? Because obviously it's hands-on. So have you found that it's a case of now working with the masks, or people are now not wanting to have their makeup done, or how is it working for you?
Both, actually. So some of our presenters want to make themselves up, which is understandable because they may have vulnerable people around them. So that's that. Otherwise, we do still make people up. You're allowed to spend a certain amount of time one-to-one with somebody making them up, but we have to wear all the PPE, which is so uncomfortable. I mean, you know, you try blow drying somebody's hair when you've got a big mask on, you're sweating. You know, you want to be standing there in your bikini because you're absolutely sweating. So you're under quite a lot of pressure, you know, and then you start sweating, you start doing things wrong because you're panicking. So yeah, it's not nice. It's really not nice. I did a job with Denise Welsh a couple of weeks ago, and both her and I had to have COVID tests just before the job because I'd be spending longer than 15 minutes on her. So we both had COVID tests done. So yeah, it's
taken away that.
It's a bore, and it's really taken away the spontaneity and the fun of the job. I've always loved my job. It's so much fun. And I really do feel that at the moment.
Yeah, it's difficult. If there was like do you think we could do our makeup in 10 minutes? Do you think that
I do my makeup 5 minutes every day.
So but you look amazing. I mean, I know that you always say eyebrows, and I did remember that this morning. I thought, must put my eyebrows on for Donna. But what do you think are your top tips for doing like a quick 10 minutes? And I know your tutorials are great.
Yeah. Right, so a quick 10 minutes would be a tinted moisturiser.
Yep.
Squirted in your hand, rubbed all over.
With hands, not with a brush.
No, if you're doing it quickly like that, on the hands, all in. Yeah. Brows, use a brow mascara for quickness. Mascara, bronzer, and a bit of blush and a bit of lip. Oh, really?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't put eyeshadow on or eyeliner. If you're doing a quick 10-minute makeup, you just want a nice even base, some colour in your cheeks and eyes. Yeah.
So I saw you were doing, is it Herborium? Was it called Herborium?
Herborium, yes. Yeah, I did a on them. I've got this one.
Yeah, I did the eyes and it changed the colour, but I wanted to know, I wasn't sure which one I should use for my face actually, because I didn't know if there was a standard one. Yeah,
well, there's 2 colours. Now I've got Dory, D-O-R-E, which I think you'd probably be the same. We're a similar olive complexion, aren't we? Yeah, so there's only 2 colours. So there's this one and the other one. So this is the one they sent me, and I think you'd be similar. So it's yeah, really, one. It's a really nice one. Really unusual that is putting that on. It's just really fascinating watching it change.
The colours change. I know.
Amazing technology. Yeah, amazing technology.
I thought that was really funny. I really loved it one week where I think I was going through the same vibe as you. My grey was coming through, and you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna just try the mascara."
Why not? In fact, I done my roots the other day, so I'm happy at the moment. Doesn't it change your day when your roots are done?
Yeah, but I have to tell you, I am literally sometimes if I'm at work and I'm having a really dodgy day, I think, okay, a hat.
A hat, yeah.
Hat.
Did you see my tutorial of the headscarf?
No, I'm going to look at that because I'm desperate for a headscarf. I really fancy one.
Oh, well, have a look. There's a post I've done with a few different headscarf looks.
Yeah.
And it says on there where the headscarf's from. It's from BB Jules, and it's gorgeous, super long.
From Maxine.
Yeah, from Maxine. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the new one, the pink one that Kate designed.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
You can really do some great stuff with it, you know.
Okay, I'll have a look at that because that's my thing where if I feel, do you know what, I mean, there's so much we can talk about when it comes to the pandemic, and there's so much that we've lost, but you know, sometimes when you are a woman and you're used to doing those simple little things and it's not there to do, it makes a difference in how you feel.
Gosh, it's honestly, I always say if your hair's not right, you never feel right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all down to the hair, really, isn't it? You know, we can throw it easy, but if your hair's not, if you're not having a good hair day, the whole day's ruined. And it's so ridiculous, isn't it? It's so ridiculous, but it really is true.
It makes a difference, and it also reflects back then to fashion. I mean, I've just started to do just once a month with Talk Radio Europe, talking a little bit about fashion. So I've got that this afternoon. Just do 10 minutes. So today I'll be chatting about fashion. And also for the spring, but if you don't feel good in what you're wearing, again, you don't feel confident. I could talk to you literally for hours, Donna.
Evie, what's your top tip then for like what would you throw on to make you feel good?
Okay, it depends on if I'm having a bit of a tummy day or not, but for me, it makes a difference. But I'd say for me to feel pretty good would be a skinny faux leather or leather legging. I love a blazer. I'm so into blazers. And then one of those sort of inspirational t-shirts.
Right, nice.
Something like that. Funny enough, I did have from Maxine, I think, again, Kate did something with the lips.
Yes.
Read My Lips, I think it was, about kindness with words. So something like that, a pair of high tops too. And I feel like I always want to feel youthful, but I also want to feel authentic to what my style is. Yes. So comfortable and a little bit quirky.
Yeah, lovely. I love that. Yeah, I need to get my blazers out.
Oh my God, I love a good blazer. Absolutely do. But it'd be nice to chat again, maybe a little bit more, especially with the spiritual aspect, because I find that fascinating.
Yeah, I'd really like that.
Yeah, and hear the journey about that. Yeah. And what I'll try and do is see if we can share this, because some of my ladies I don't want them to miss out. I'll see if we can share it, or if it might request for you to share on yours or to share to me, so they can listen.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll save it. I'll suss it out. I'll suss it out. And
we'll work it out. But just again, if anybody wants to buy the bags or the lip mask or anything else, they go to Donna May London.
Yes, yeah, DonnaMayLondon.com. Yeah.
.com. Oh, and I wish your son good luck with his. I think my son's also having it. He's in the Met, and I think he'll hopefully get to have one today. I hope.
Yeah. Oh, lovely to talk to you.
Thank you, and thank you so much. And I'm going to try the Arboreum and also a red lip.
Next time I see you, red lip, matte red lip.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Take care, Donna.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.